Hello my crafty friends, it's Krista here from Second Chance Creation. Sorry for my absence, but my garden called me and I've been doing a fair bit outside, and I was going to do a video, but my roses have stopped flowering, and so I didn't get that in time, but that's all good. Once this rain stops, I'll give you a little tour. But I have been busy at night time and very early in the mornings, like 3:30. I've made a couple of journals, and so I also have a box of handmade goodies as well that'll go into my Etsy store. So I'll be putting up a few videos because I can't fit it all in one video, and then I'm going to show you in between. I might just put in a video in what I've been making, bits of ephemera and that, and also my tags, clothing tags that I've been altering. Someone asked me about that, so I thought I'd do a quick share. So yeah, this one is very different. It's a very tall slimline journal, and the reason I've made it tall is because the pictures that I've used are quite tall. So this journal measures 12 inches and a little 12 1/4 inches. So it's quite tall, but and the pages measure about the width of it is about 5 and a bit, 5.5, and it's a shabby chic style. So this is the front, and this is called Victorian Fashion, and it's like a part 1 because I'm going to do a little series of them. So yeah, so really enjoyed, because I need to really use up a lot of my appliques and laces. So as you can see, it's quite tall. I'm not sure it'll fit in the screen. I'm just going to see if I can zoom out. Just like that. Yes, okay. So yes, so as you can see, I've used quite some bits of appliques. I did a bit of collage, and the cover itself is from a magazine that had really thick glossy pages, and I used a couple of them, and that's what the cover's made from. And of course I did quite a bit of layering with my laces and bits of tablecloth, beautiful trims, lots of bit of doily trim here, another beautiful trim here, and did some layering. And then I just got this. I've had this for a while, and I just tore it, and she's got a dog there. And then on the back I've put a piece of braid on here, which is part of, also you'll find a few braids in here, and you can just see the pattern of the paper of the magazine page, and it was about tapestry, so it's sort of got that sort of bit of colour in there that you can probably just see as we peek through there. Okay, so, and you can still feel those pages there. So yes, so and it's one signature, and I sewn it in with my pamphlet stitch. So you got about, I can't remember now how many stitches, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 stitches I think. And then just use some beautiful soft trim and organza ribbon just there, and of course it comes with a beautiful stick pin. Okay, and let's open her up. Now I did quite a bit of drawing in the painting in this, and it's done with water paints and with gel pens. So I've been experimenting with various cutouts of the prints that I printed out. Quite a few went in my recycle bag to make paper, but then I got the hang of it, and that's what I've put in here. So let's venture in. So here's one of the beautiful designs, and it's just come straight out of the book. And what I did was I used gel pen colors to highlight some of the beautiful design on some of the dresses, and I used braids throughout this journal as well, because I think they used quite some beautiful braids in those days. And I've put a little tag sideways, and whoever purchases can just pop their name in, their date or month. I've used a couple of my Franken papers. And here is some accessories, the handbags. Let's bring that up a little bit closer. Okay. It's a onion dyed doily. And here's another one. And this was done with the gel pen as well. Okay. And of course these beautiful perfume bottles from Karen Grant. Some really pretty trims in here. Some seam binding. And of course you've got your pen and your pen holder in the middle. And this is a paper bag, and it's got the bookmaker's note in there. Here's another cutout. This is, I think this one is from Karen Grant. It's actually a sticker. And I've just popped that on some like organza fabric or satin fabric. Beautiful eyelet trim. The next page, some of these pages are really my favorites. And I was trying to highlight whatever they had on their clothing, sort of to see whether I had that in my stash, you know. So it looks like feathery sort of lacy bits, so I used bits of a doily here. I've kept her black and white, but I absolutely love this beautiful trim. Okay. And then I have a stamp that outlines like a label. So I've just popped that on some coffee dyed paper, and mainly because it's also a band-aid. This is the blues. This is done with watercolor pencil. Okay. Just come up in here and just show you. And I did a little bit of pink there. And I used a little organza ribbon. But isn't this just gorgeous? And here I used a darker blue to highlight the frill. Yeah, so I've experimented with my watercolor pencils. So that was fun. And what I did with that was I had I coloured them in, coloured inner section, and then I had my tiny little paintbrush with me with a little bowl of water, and I just popped it in there, and then went over with a paintbrush to get away take away the strokes. So yes, and this is another band-aid, but that's okay because this is also a flip. I made a bit of a flip there. I've kept that page. I've extended this page and attached it to another page so that you get a full page in this journal. Just bear with me for a tick. Okay. Now on this side you've got some beautiful little ruffles. Very, very soft ruffle there. And here's another cutout. So as you can see, they're quite tall. And I just didn't want to use A4, but I wanted to use, instead of folding the A4 in half across, I did it lengthways. And use some of my beautiful lace trims. I've just got to use them up. This one I've made into a green. And this beautiful velvet trim here with a little bit of bling. And I've popped a bit of green on her. Okay. And the outline, when you look at it sideways, I did the like a silver grey gel pen. So when you look sideways, you can see the outlines of the bag and just the dress and that. And oh, that's a really cool effect, and I really like it. And I don't think you can really see it on here. Okay. But yeah. And Piola paper just here, and I've just kept that bit of interest. Here's another one, and she's done up in the red. And here you can really see the pen line. Nice coffee dyed paper. This is a beautiful, beautiful, very old, beautiful, dainty handkerchief. It's so soft and so thin. I thought, what better place to pop it in this journal. It's another one. I really enjoyed making this. So as you can see, I didn't do any inking, maybe just a little bit here and there, but you won't find it all inked. I've kept it really as it really shabby. Used a piece of wallpaper here to make a pocket, and inside your pocket you'll find one of my handmade postcard. This came off a magazine page, so I cut that out and backed it onto this card, okay? And then I've just made a little tag. You know, this is from my this is a digital kit from Lorna Taylormadejournals that I purchased a while ago because I made a sewing journal at the time, and I've still got, you know, you've got all these bits left over. So of course I reckon these Victorian ladies spend quite a bit of time at the dressmakers to get all these beautiful dresses made. And here's some of the underwear they used, and I've actually popped a little black bow on. Here's a little, this is wrapping paper, and I've made it into a pocket. And in here, you'll find some ephemera that you can put inside this journal. And here's some little bits and pieces like tops, scarves, bit of underwear, bodices, another set of dresses, so you might like to pop some in there. And this is baking paper, okay, and that just pops in here. And as you can see, this journal, even though it's got little pages and it's chunky, well, it's not super chunky, it lays flat because I used my sewing awl. Now someone did ask me about that, and I'll show you what I have. I've got 2 sewing awls, okay, but I cannot find a thin needle. This is really thick. This is for leather. And you've got your bobbin, which I've taken out of here, okay. I started with this, but the needle was a lot thinner than that, and was a lot thinner, and I can't get that, so I can't get a replacement needle that is really thin because a lot of them are made for leather, okay. So I ended up buying myself one of these, okay, and it has a finer needle, and that's what I use. And then I'll just use it with my crochet cottons, okay. So I might do a very short tutorial on it, but there's lots of you on YouTube if you wanted to know how to use a sewing awl. But it's mainly, they usually use these, okay. You put your bobbin in, the thread comes out here, wind it around, then it goes through here. Oh, what a drama. But I learned with this, okay, and when I ordered some needles, I was sent these big fat needles. So as you can see the difference on it, and I can't get them any thinner than, I'd like them thinner than this, but I just can't get them. So that's what I used, and so that is stitched on, okay, and it does it really well. It's really, really neat, because I'm really having trouble with pamphlet stitches, especially trying to get into the same hole. I don't know why. It's so simple for others, but for me it's just one big headache. So here I've made a lace pocket, and I've made these postcards I purchased from my little Etsy store to support her, okay, to support a little business. I mean, how cool are they? Little Aussie shop, and I'm going to see if I can find the link and leave it below. And then I made this little booklet, and it's just got a little organza ribbon in here. And you'll find, oh look, some more underwear. Okay. And it just pops around here. So I hope you're all well. I've actually got the heater on. It's cold here. Can't believe it. Okay. And I've used a necklace that I attached. It was broken. And I've popped on, I've had this little handbag. And check it out. Isn't that cool? I mean, that's what they had, wasn't it? There was handbags and hats, I think. They were right into that. I might just pop that in here so it doesn't come undone. Okay, here we have Lady in Blue with an umbrella that I've just popped on there. With a little, I should have used blue, but I didn't have any, so I used the black. Okay. And a really pretty trim. This one here, oh, lady with the red trim. And did a bit of decoupage on this side. This was a children's storybook page. Really like this. The other side, you can see the other side, the hanky, very, very sheer. Okay. Very pretty trims, laces. Another one of my favourites here. I use my gold applique, and I got this. I've had this for 2 years. It was a little vest with a zipper, a front zip vest, and it was just all this. I think it was from a wedding, because it looked more wedding than anything else. I still have a little bit left, so I used that, and then I highlight it with a gel pen. A bit of gold on her as well. Okay, and then I had a little bit left over that I had to cut off, and I popped that on there. This is a beautiful piece of like a braid. You can actually cut that in half and use the sides individual, but I kept it and put some more of that beautiful velvet trim on there. Okay, and that's actually a flip, and that just tucks in there. And in here you have, what have we got here? Oh yes, an envelope, I think. Envelope? No. Bit of stationery. Some more paper. And look, another little postcard. Oh, this is my version. Okay. And I've just popped some paper, lined paper on the back. And that just goes in here. This tucks back under here and flips it. But don't you just love this trim? Look at this pretty trim. Isn't that cool? Looks like pearls, doesn't it? And here we have the lady with the yellow bows. Again, I used the grey gel pen as well to highlight it. I've used it all up now. And I do the cutouts in here as well. Gave her some reddish brown hair. So there's lots of writing space, even though it's narrow. Lady in orange and pink. I mean, it sounds odd, but it looks pretty. And she might be going somewhere. Okay. Got a ticket. Some pages I've, oh yes, I've cut with my fancy scissors. And this one is a flip out. Karen Grant's and the little perfume bottles. Thank you, Karen. And I made this into a pocket because when I attached it, because this page was really super narrow, it was a boo-boo because I put too much on this side. But anyway, that's okay because then I extend it so you've got more journaling space there. Made that into a pocket. And I've made a big journaling card there. And all I did was just apply some beautiful organza applique lace, lady in purple, bit of a gold there, backed it with some coffee dyed paper. Here's another one of my postcards. I used a piece of vellum here, did a bit of stamping, put on a stamp, little bit of lace, and here, and lady in lavender or purple. Or, isn't this beautiful, this trim? This is the other page of the Franken paper. And because this was purple, I thought I'd put her in there. She's in dark purple. This is the other side of the bag, and here I have another journaling card. Another tag. Oh, this is beautiful. This was a, was this a shawl? No, that wasn't a shawl. It's beautiful. Here's the other side, the doily. And I've put both images, an image on either side, just to strengthen that doily. Here's a dressmaker's form here, okay. The Franken paper. And this one has actually one of my altar paper clips with a bit of pink, bling, pearls, with a silver safety pin. I made this a while ago, I made a whole heap of them. And that holds a repair ticket. And this came off a very old wedding dress. And I'm talking old because the lady that gave it to me, it was in the family, so I don't know, you know, so I can't remember the history of it because I only had like part of the bodice, and because the rest of the dress was damaged. So yeah, so I thought, oh, and it's all beaded, it's absolutely beautiful. So that goes on here, and like that. I just pop that on here, and I chose the pink to go with this one. This is the final page, and I've actually popped on some lace. So there's no pockets on the back and on the front inside covers because I wanted to utilize the two biggest or tallest pictures of the Victorian ladies. So I've just used some pink watercolor and then gold gel pen to do the buttons. Okay, and I did the outline as well, and a piece of applique and another piece of braid. Yes, and that's that. And I better put this one back in. It's quite a long stick pin. Oh, okay. Might have to do a little repair job on this, I think. I think I do. I'll leave that out and glue that closed. Yes, so absolutely gorgeous. So that'll be a listing in my Etsy store. So I have to do separate videos, I'm sorry, but my next journal will be totally different. It'll be a grunge one. Okay, all right, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I've got a few videos happening today. It's Friday here in Australia, so until the next video, bye for now.